I had a great ladder reset playing with a great group of guys, and I decided to start this ladder off eventually after beating the game, that is, and going into a Wind Druid. But of course, we got to start off where it all began on the playthrough. And I would consider this the first noteworthy thing. It's actually early on in the playthrough. See, just Act 2 of normal difficulty. I end up coming in and, whoo, baby, unique ring on the playthrough off of Duriel. No SOJ or anything like that, of course, but hey, a 29 Nagel ring. This early on, pretty sick. Now, just because these are highlights doesn't mean they're necessarily good highlights. Now, I had to go ahead and hop off the stream for a second and I come back, but apparently I may have just sat down my headset a little too hard. It really did not look too aggressive. We'll fast forward through that part right there, get a little cold through my jacket on, but apparently, that was enough to snap my headset. I go ahead and try to toss it on. I'm like, this is not feeling right. Am I an idiot? Maybe yes, maybe no, probably yes. But man, the headset's literally broken. You can see it just hanging off there. I ended up having to do some quick MacGyver work and ended up using a screw as kind of a brace and some duct tape. We got it back up and working. Let's get back to slaying. We'll follow that up with another one of those anti-highlight highlights. You can see I got it duct taped together, but I want to go ahead and make myself a Rhyme Shale Eth, and oh, ooh, that rune was right there, and I just ever so slightly clicked over to the side and nuked my Shale rune and Ral. Jeez, this is early on. That's rough. But let's move on, get to some of the happy fun ones, huh? Now, you never expect to get to too many uniques early on, but it is always great when you eventually do get one. And man, the budget Shaco right here, the budget Harlequin's Crest, you really hope to get this one early on. I'm excited. $1 skills, vitality, energy, great to get on that. Peasant's Crown early on. Now, it's not just hype if I get something, even if someone I know, someone in my party gets something, that's awesome. Look up at the top of the screen. Oh, unique serpent skin armor, and we know it's a Viper Magi. Of course, they're joking around. It's 35 res. Sure it is. Someone got a Talisman Mask too, which is pretty awesome. But I go ahead and look and, oh boy, it really was 35 all res. That's awesome. Some things are awesome early on and they're not later. I didn't get the actual drop. I don't got it caught, but I actually have a Death's Sash right here. Cannot be frozen is awesome. I go ahead and upgrade it to get an extra row of potions there, or actually a couple extra rows if I'm not mistaken. So now we have the full allotment of potions right there. That cannot be frozen early on is mega clutch. So this is the same Night of Ladder reset. Some people might have seen this already, but what? Yeah, that happened. So this is just, you know, a few hours after Ladder reset. We beat the game. I ran out to the first terror zone that popped up, which was, what was that, Terrorized Cold Plains or something? One of those Carver looking boys dropped me a Baroon day one. Ooh. Hard to explain how hyped that was, but we move on to the next day here. Get down farming some of the Countess, but we're killing monsters along the way, right? I almost missed it, but there we go. Got my first Monarch Spirit inbound. And once you beat the game, of course, you got to go do your different Hell Forges on different difficulties. The luck continues. My Hell difficulty Hell Forge. I get that ever sought after Gull rune. Hey, Mosaic Assassins, you need one? And it's crazy, really, how many Monarchs I do find here on my way down to the Countess. I literally find a few of them a day if you do a bunch of runs. Here's one that's already got the 4 open sockets. So it's about time to go ahead and make it up. Here's actually just my first Spirit Shield. And how good's it going to be? Not great. 25? No, that's anti-perfect on the FCR roll, so we got to re-roll that one. But we're going to worry about that later. Spirit Sword and Shield I made up here on stream at the same time, so these are going to be huge boosts. I was using Sanders Wand and Umbral Disc for the shield, so going to Dual Spirit, I mean, it's hard to really underestimate how big of a boost that really is. The second roll on the shield is better at 33, but I mean, just getting any good spirit is really going to help out. Here's an item that I've been finding very hard to trade, but that Superior Bone Visage, that's ethereal, the best you can get, 15% ED on Superior with durability. It is actually worth some high runes. It's one that's hard to find the proper person to trade it to, but when I do, it's definitely going to get some high runes for it. And I forgot to clip one of them. Sometimes this happens, but I did find a Lem rune in some of these chaos runs I was doing with some channel members and stuff. So that is a big boost there to my Act 2 Mercenary as well. One that I am so happy to snag. Geed's Grand Triumph can be hard to get early on. Like, everyone ends up having them and they're not really worth a ton. But early on in ladder, I can never seem to get my hands on one. So I snagged one here in a chaos run. And what do we get in a roll? 36 magic find with the vendor reduced by 15. So I'm happy with that. Gold find, I don't really care too much about, to be honest. Another thing that you don't really think of, but early in ladder, it's really hard to get charms, especially when I play so much single player with so many years of finding charms that are godly. Here is actually a 7 magic find with 7 to mana. A very great charm to get. And it's always cool that these lower level items that are kind of good, heavy belt being right there, are actually exciting to get early in ladder. It's why I love the new ladder starts. So here we got ourselves a gold wrap. I don't have a lot of good belt options, so getting magic find there is a great choice. And another game I'm hosting, I got another great snag here from the Chaos Sanctuary. That is, yes, this Ist rune right there. Swoop in and snag it, so that'll work towards me making my maybe call to arms later. And when we get Terrorized Pindo, we go ahead and get him. Even though it's immune to physical, my Hurricane will slowly take it out. It's always cool when you get a, semi-rare and useful unique that's actually good for your build as well. I was really hoping to find Jalal's Mane. Didn't really expect to actually find one. I figured I'd have to trade for it, but Totemic Mask is, of course, that said Jalal's Mane. Let's get it on the right side, dummy. 171. That's all right, middle of the road, but it's not a huge deal. Very happy to get it. After I finally get up to a high enough level to craft with amulets that I grabbed from Terror Zones, I get there. I know this one's behind the chat. Oopsie, I forgot. But that is a 2 to Necromancer skills one right there with a few other little things. Anything that gets 2 skills is pretty cool to get, to be honest. And I've been getting some good luck with these crafts. Here is a little bit behind there again, but I do realize it and move it over here. A 2 Sork with 10 FCR and some extra life on it as well. The very good Sorceress Amulet. Ton of people are going to be desiring this early in ladder. And now a little bit later on here, I get a crazy drop from a Terrorized Countess. There you see a Lem Rune. We got a Grand Charm, which is going to be a Sunday. 72 Lightning is not bad to get. Unique Ring has so many possibilities. SOJ? Menald. But hey, still cool to get a Lem and a Lightning Sunday all at the same time. Now for some mega hype, I took some of that value from that Burroon I had gotten really early on. I go ahead and make a Call to Arms here and a Heart of the Oak. Fingers crossed for good rolls. Oh my word. 6-5 on the battle commands and battle orders is just amazing. You never know if you're going to get that 1-1, the 2-1, whatever, anything like that. I've gotten plenty of bad rolls in my day, but those days are not today. Now, getting one good roll, I mean, I'm probably not going to get 2 of them in a row, right? Or am I? Let's go! 39 all res on the Ho-To, the Heart of the Oak, baby. Love to see it, love to see it. So both of those, I definitely came out ahead. They're worth way more than the amount of runes that I actually put in them. And that's what you're looking for, fellas. So where's my build ending up here? A little bit before a week into ladder. I'm kind of a dirty, disgusting, filthy casual. I'm not a 99 pusher kind of person, so we round out here at level 90. You can see I put enough strength in so I could wear my spirit no matter what gear I had. And then I put the rest into vitality. We got our resistance capped, which is great to get early on. As for our build, of course, we're pumping Tornado and all of its synergies. And of course, we're using Hurricane. It has all the same synergies, so that's easy peasy right there. So we got all 4 of these maxed out. And then we want to go ahead and use our Bear for a meat shield. Actually, you get more life from the synergy from Dire Wolf. So I actually pump more points into that. I don't care too much about the bear damage, I guess. So I went ahead and went that route. You can use Oak Sage or the other spirits or Wolverine or whatever you want to use. Feel free. This is not the way you absolutely have to do it. This is just what I went ahead and did. So where did my gear actually end up? Well, we got, of course, the Heart of the Oak right there. Oh my goodness. Chef's kiss. Absolutely beautiful thing right there. We got the Jalals up here. I decided to socket it, throw a Topaz in it because you've seen my reses were already capped. Now I got actually a 3 to elemental skills up here. About the best I've gotten so far. I think a friend actually gave this one to me, or maybe I traded for it. Don't remember exactly. Viper Magi, I did trade for this one. Threw a Topaz in it to get a wee bit more magic find. Gloves, a little bit of a weak spot. This is very much suboptimal, but you get 40 life, some hit recovery, I guess. Right now I'm over the 99 breakpoint, so I don't need more FCR from Trangs or Mage Fist, so there's a few other options. I'm probably just going to end up trying to get some chance cards to get some more magic find over there. We got that Naggle that I found in Act 2 of normal difficulty, rocking it. We're rocking the gold wrap that's upgraded right there. Now we just got this, 3 separate resistances FCR ring for the ring on that particular spot. a pretty high fire res. This is good to make up for the res that's missing on the spirit. Of course, we do have poison, walk around hit recovery, and like I said, we have the spirit shield right here. As for charms down here, I'm rocking the Geeds, and then just some random stuff around here. Some of them I showed you, some of them I didn't, but whatever could help me out here. And I did trade for a torch, Druid torches, incredibly inexpensive. Now here's where my mercenary setting, I went with the Holy Freezor just to have more survivability, keep him and myself alive. We of course got an insight over here, just a standard regular base, not ethereal, but it is a great poleaxe, not too shabby there. I got the bulwark I'm still rocking up here, haven't gotten the fully upgraded mercenary gear, but he's been doing really, really great just with a bulwark and a treachery, that intact speed, and of course the level 15 fade when struck. So great option there for the Act 2 mercenary. So of course hit the like button before you go, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe up. Let me know down in the comments, would love to see it. What great drops did you get so far this season? Peace out, fellas, and keep slaying.